Hey everybody, this is a quick video showing off a few records that I did with a trade with Mark, GlassOrchidAftermath, and a couple other records that I've bought over the last month or so. But first, the trade with Mark. We traded technically a 2-on-2, but he gave me a few extras, which are kind of cool. This is kind of a fun novelty record, I guess, the Beatle Beat. They were sort of a kind of a tribute band from 1964, and they were just sort of, trying to cash in on the Beatles and British Invasion. So I haven't listened to it yet, but they do some. I don't know if there are there might be a couple of originals on here, but they do "I Want to Hold Your Hand" and "She Loves You." I think are the only two on there that were Beatles songs. Another one was Michael Frank's, which is kind of cool, sort of a soft folk pop. I don't know if you'd call it what you'd call it exactly. He's also known as an actor. But the two official releases we traded with is this Biff Rose, sort of a quirky singer-songwriter from the '60s, and he's on the Tetragrammaton. I always have to look for that label because I always screw it up, but their Tetragrammaton is best known for the label that put out Deep Purple in the '60s, but there are a few other things I have from the label as well. I'm happy about it. It's in great condition. It's the Notorious Bird Brothers, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember hearing a long time ago that that the horse head was supposed to be a dig at David Crosby. I'm not sure if that's true, but it's pretty cool, pretty funny if it. Okay, so thanks, Mark. And actually, I have a beer here, and you're usually toasting people, so I'll go ahead and toast you as well. So here's a couple of records that I picked up on my own, going a completely different direction here. We got Archie Shepp, Things Have Got to Change. It's pretty cool. This is on Impulse. And I've noticed from what I've heard of Archie Shepp, he's kind of an all over the place guy. He does avant-garde jazz and kind of dabbles in other stuff like R&B kind of in a way too. We got Kingsbury Manx. I don't know if they were actually part of the Elephant Six scene. I don't think so, but it's almost sort of in that feel, kind of a slightly psych kind of feel to them. Next, we got a couple of electronic records. We got Kraftwerk's Audubon. This is the first Kraftwerk I have. Another one is a band that sort of I'm fond of, partly because I like them, but partly because it was it just has I have emotional connection to them from when I was in my early teens and even earlier, 11, 12 years old. It's Human League. This is right before they kind of really struck it big with Dare, which is the album I had when I was about 12. And this one, you can hear some of those pop synth overtones, but this one's a little bit more experimental and a little bit more dark. This is from 1980, I think. And I got this off of Discogs. You don't really see this a whole lot stateside. I'm not sure if I know the story or not. I, for some reason, thought this wasn't released in the States, but it may have been, and maybe it was just out of print or something. I'm not sure. So, more technical difficulties. I don't know what the heck's wrong with my. It's not the computer. I think it's iMovie. I use a Mac, and it just lags and cuts and whatever. So, the next one I have here is Nina Simone's "Here Comes the Sun," and she does, of course, the Beatles song "Here Comes the Sun," and she does "Just Like a Woman" and Mr. Bojangles, and she puts her own unique perspective to it, and she's great. I love Nina Simone. Speaking of the Beatles, Yesterday and Today, and this one I've had for about a month or so now, and I wanted to share it mainly because I don't think it's going to show, but it's absolutely perfect, and I don't think, well, yeah, I guess you can't really tell, but for those of you in the vinyl community, I don't know if you have the same feeling as I do, but when you put on a record and it's 20, 30, whatever years old, and it hits that dead wax right at the beginning, and you hear no crackles. It's just that sound of new vinyl. That's what I got on this, and it's a little mini high, because it's like, I can't believe how great this sounds. So it does. This sounds like it was never taken out of the sleeve. So put that back in gently. I think I only have one more record here. It's a repress of Zager and Evans in the year of 2525. See you next time.